So there's something I got to see. It was there's a comedian on the left, Stephanie Miller, and I was a fan when I was still on the left, and it could legitimately be pretty funny. There was some stuff she pulled off that was pretty funny, just like when Garofalo was on Sam Cedar's show. Like, to a great extent, Garofalo was the act. And in fact, Janine Garofalo actually pulled some skits in the day that they were on radio that, I mean, Sam Cedar could never let people know that that skit was made on there. Like, was it the Dirty Sandal, the history of the Jew in athletics? Oh my God, that was one of the Garofalo bits that I was just like, holy crap, woman. You know? And you could hear how Cedar was very uncomfortable with such poignant humor. But she would imitate this one specific Republican woman, and she did it relatively well. And yeah, so Garofalo was Sam Cedar's act. Sam Cedar doesn't really have much of a show with it since Garofalo is gone. It just gets sadder and sadder as he gets old and becomes kind of this scrawny, this culturalist, deracinated Ashkenazi, and stuff that with no principles other than, crush the civilization built by the Gentiles. So one of the things about Stephanie Miller was the "It Will Get Better" campaign, where it was about queer youth and it will get better. And so now really one of the things that after seeing that, after growing up in San Francisco all my life, so a lot of homosexuals and the bis and the BIPOCs, and you really are getting this from seeing the way BLM behaved. They're dangerously narcissistic. They're dangerous narcissists. They're the level of narcissism where they become criminal, where they're willing to do criminal things, and so because of the way my mother behaved, I got to see this kind of thing where women would simply, because they were just such intensely criminal and pathologically narcissistic, that, like, say, yeah, I know female narcissists because of how my mother behaved. And so that's why people like the BLM women, I know exactly what I'm seeing. And so a big part of the sexual Americans thing, the Carpetarians and the cork soakers and stuff, is that they're intensely narcissistic and middle class. This is the gay people, homosexuals, and all of them. That none of these people are oppressed. These are actually overweight, soft-bodied, and really kind of soft-minded weaklings, middle-class wimps. And it's because they're wimpy. They're narcissists, but they're wimps. And you see, if they were narcissists, but they were disciplined enough to gain strength and be strong or good-looking or desirable, I can't see. Okay. And so that because of this, you end up getting this movement that really people need to call it out for what it is. And the reason why a lot of people won't call it out is because there's all these middle-class dudes. And you see this with middle-class Republicans, people like, oh, why are you fighting this culture war? Let your kid go to Disneyland. And it's like, no, you are yellow. You're yellow. You're just another wimp. You're a middle-class fucking wimp. And and your kid will fight the culture war. And don't worry, I will recruit them. Let me just put it that easy. You don't fight the culture war, motherfucker, I will recruit your son and he will fight for me. He will be in the ranks of my men. And we will keep fighting. He will be in the Gulag gang chat. Gulag gang. And we will make your son strong. We will keep him from being a wimp like his fucking yellow-bellied dad. And period. And that's how it's going to work. That's how the present is, and that's how the future is going to be. And a whole lot of people who are right of center, you better understand this now, that all this politeness, all this smiling, all this nervous, chuckling ass shit, fuck that. Fuck that, these narcissists are going to get theirs. And Whew. Oh my gosh. Oh, I want to actually recommend a channel. For those of you who like electronica, there's a guy, Drift Deeper. And he does good stuff. He does good, it's good mixes. If I got it right, it's actually a person, and then he has like a channel that just is just his mix is just constantly running. But I just wanted to put that out there because I actually have enjoyed it because it's just really good, basic, fundamental house. And, or well, kind of, basic, good, solid house. But anyway, so, see, I know something about homosexuals. I listen to house music. I listen to, I was a soul DJ and I listen to house music. And I used to work at a gym. So anyway, so one of the things that I like was really hitting me was that it's these people are pathologically narcissistic, and that it's starting to come out now, and that there's a whole bunch of people that they're carpetarians and cork soakers that aren't, that they're just people who are like, why don't I just want to be left alone? I just want to be left alone. That's their thing. They want to be left the fuck alone, and that's fine. And everybody wants, so many people on the right so want you to insist on being left alone. But you won't. Too many of you activist types, you won't do it. So, we've got to keep punishing you. And mostly the punishment will be humiliation. And that's why humiliation works. Humiliation doesn't work on people who aren't narcissists. That's why this idea that the left can own the right with all these like stupid jokes and like, oh, this person, oh, they got totally owned, and they were never owned. They're sitting there like, what are you talking about? Cenk Uygur and them, and fucking, was it that one guy who even took Kennedy's show, Ring of Fire, this far inferior to Robert Kennedy, way inferior to Robert Kennedy. He couldn't even make his own show. Ring of Fire is not even his show originally. The bald-headed dude, that true wimp, truly like a super powerful wimp, because he's always playing it up tough, like he's some like kind of fucking, and I mean, Cenk Uygur talking about he's a brawler. Ugh, just so middle class, just so goddamn middle class. So middle class, lazy and wimpy. Whew. Oh, yeah. Oh, get these cold ones set off to the side. Wonder if anything's happening on the fucking news. Whoa. Damn. Wait, hold on. Let's see how the left is doing. I gotta get that tricep action going. Yeah, my triceps are looking like shit. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, I'm not getting the pop that I want. I've been pretty lazy about lifting lately. But I gotta admit, saw some things today that inspired me. I can't say it on YouTube what I saw, but there was definitely something that maybe I wasn't supposed to see, because I think they were supposed to be in a pair of shorts, but they kept falling out. So, but like, damn. Okay, so the narcissists will keep narcissisting, and with their narcissismo, with their narcissismo. And the beauty of this is that the humiliation part of it is really what it's about. Really making it clear. Like, no. We don't have a problem with you. It's just that you don't garner enough respect to behave like that toward the rest of us. Sorry, nigga. Go into that bush and fuck somebody in the ass. How about that? How about you two go and never have sex? Yeah, because that's really what your relationships kind of are. And domestic abuse. Yes. So, and getting heavy and staying unhealthy. Buy a dog. Ruff. Die together, which I guess is not alone. So, These people really desperately want to be acknowledged for something that they can't present to society as valuable. They're carpetteering and cork soaking. Nobody finds that valuable. And these people keep trying to say, oh, but we write comic books and we do all this other stuff that's really valuable. And it's like, prove it. Just right now, even. Like, black Americans are like, we dance around and run the ball up and down the fucking court. Ooh, we should be able to burn cities down when some of our members who are crackheads and wife beaters get smoked by the cops. While being high on fucking shit and dancing around and with a gun in their hand. And it's just kind of like, a whole lot of people are going to have to understand that's like, no, what's important, kids? What's important, kids? And them not having to deal with creepy groomers. With the creepy groomers of the left. These narcissistic creep groomers. And now it's just becoming this thing. And these yellow, cowardly, wimpy American dads who won't fucking stand up for their fucking women or their families. Not really. They don't have any. Their principle is do whatever I don't think will make my wife angry. Rather than, oh, honey, I don't care that your brother's gay. All I know is I would never. It said I would kill him dead if I found out that he was trying to encourage our child to keep something secret from us that has something to do about talking about sex. That's where you die. That's where somebody hangs you from a tree in America. People get hung from trees for that. And a whole lot of people are going to have to get this through their heads. Do you think society's becoming more civil? Do you think society's becoming more civil? Motherfucker, are you motherfuckers seeing how many places now have constitutional carry? Why don't you go up and start trying to talk their kids now? Shit. Yeah, constitutional pistol whipping. Motherfuckers are tripping out. So a lot of people need to stuff this narcissism shit. Motherfuckers, look at these midterm elections. Look at these, these aren't the midterms. These are emergency elections. These are the ones prior to the midterms. We're gonna shit on your chest. You guys are gonna get the Cleveland Steamer, motherfuckers, and you know what that is because that's the kind of shit you're about. So know your fucking place. Know your fucking role. Know your fucking role, because you're not oppressed. Black women aren't oppressed. Black men aren't oppressed. Hispanics aren't oppressed. The gays aren't oppressed. None of you people are oppressed. Look at how the Ukrainians are treating other Ukrainians who happen to be ethnically not of Ukrainian descent. They're Russian or Roma. Or none of you knew about the Greeks that lived there. They lived there. They don't live there anymore. So motherfuckers need to know their fucking role and their place. And that's it. Because this is turning right wing. And now hierarchy is going to develop, motherfuckers. And so just get used to it. Get used to it. And there's a whole lot of guys who they won't necessarily like this idea of hierarchy. But it's like, but do you know your place in things? Do you feel okay with your place in things? Like you're a free man who's able to take his labor where he wants. Do you need a higher position than that? Is there anything greater than this? You are free. You are free in a land that knows that Christ is king. What else do you need? The rest of these motherfuckers want to put, they want you on the end of their fucking dirty dick. Saying that, no, there's not 4 lights, there's 5. No, some Satan shit, and then like eventually coughing up the fucking keys to your house so they could visit your fucking son at night. No, motherfuckers. All right, peace.